What is up, you guys? It's Jake from Adventure in Time. After again a couple more days of not having a video, uh, with a kill confirmed on Village with an ACR, a gun you don't really see from me too much. I generally use the Striker or PP90, but that's really not important. Today's gonna be like sort of my first story of something that happened to me outside of the Call of Duty world. And it seems like I'm bringing sort of a lot of excuses. Like if you saw my video on the why we haven't had any uploads lately, that was like pretty much a video of excuses on why I haven't had any videos. And this one is also sort of like that, but it's a story on I had to get stitches on Wednesday. Right now it's Friday. It might be Saturday by the time I get this uploaded, but I'm going to explain to you how that happened to me. And in this gameplay, I actually was playing with my stitches in my hand, so I have like a bandage over my left hand. So I had to play almost entirely with my right hand. And I can normally do pretty good one-handed, but I have to use my left hand if I want to play left-handed. And close to the beginning of Black Ops, I switched my controls over to left-handed controls. I now play on lefty. And I can't really play one-handed when my controls are on lefty, but it's kind of hard to play using only your right hand. Like, I could use my left thumb for the analog, but that's pretty much it. So it made things really difficult, but I still managed to get one good game for you, along with a clip at the end that I also got with my hand like this. But anyway, on to the story. I was in tech/woodshop, it might be called, from whatever school you go to or went to or whatever. And my teacher for tech was in the room that wasn't actually our tech room, like connected to our woodshop room. There's a room with a bunch of computers, and he was putting in attendance. And I was on the complete opposite side, which is, I don't really know how far away, but kind of a far distance. And my friend Jeff, who also got a cut on my hand, a small one, like nothing that needed anything serious, just a small cut on my knuckle maybe a month and a half ago, because he was drilling in a piece of wood, and he's like, hold this, while he drilled it in. So I did, and then the wood spun around and it cut off my, just gave a little nick on my ring finger, I think. And the same sort of thing happened on Wednesday. My friend Jeff was like, come hold this wood, I promise this one won't spin. He wasn't using like one of the drills that you use a battery for, he was using one that you plug in, so those are a lot more powerful. And he had one of those bits that you're supposed to put in the drill press. He had that in the drill. He thought that it would work okay, and I didn't really know better myself. He's like, come hold this, I promise this one won't spin. And it didn't. Except for something happened in the middle of it where, I don't know what happened, but the bit, like the drill came out of the wood he was drilling through. And when it came out, like he moved his hand off to the side, and it gave me a big cut up my pinky, where I had to go to the hospital and get 16 stitches for. And that was just 2 days ago, so I'm still like in a lot of pain and taking medicine and stuff for it. But on Tuesday, I have another appointment. I'm not sure if I'm getting the stitches out then, or if he's just checking out my hand to see how much longer I have to go, or I don't know what's going on. But I missed school today because my hand hurt a lot. Yesterday I still had to go though, but that was probably a bad idea. It just ended up hurting my hand. Right here I get a lot of my kills. This is where actually most of my kills this game are. This isn't really the best game, but you can't really expect too much from me with my hand like this. But I can't even remember what I was saying. Well, anyway, I wasn't really sure how bad my hand was, because it hurt, but it didn't hurt extremely bad, like you'd expect it would, because I lost like a lot of blood. That was like a bad cut. But so I looked down and I yelled, but there was so much noise from other people using drills and sanders and saws and stuff that my teacher couldn't hear me from how far away he was. So I like sprint across the room yelling, sir, 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 but he couldn't hear me. So my other friend, who was close to him, was like, sir, Jake needs you. And this all like happened in slow motion and fast motion at the same time. It seemed like, felt like I was like in a movie. But he's just like, someone give me a stool. So like somebody pushes a stool over to him and it slides over the floor. And he told me to sit down on the stool, and like he almost like picked me up and sat me on the stool. It's pretty safe in there. We don't really get a lot of injuries. Like no one gets hurt too much. this was like the first bad injury that I know of in a while that's happened there. But he's like, stool, so he like puts me on the stool, and then he's like, Jeff, paper towels. So Jeff like throws a roll of paper towels at him, and he catches them and wraps around my hand. And he's like, Brooke, nurse. So Brooke like runs out the door and sprints up to the nurse, and he's trying to stop the bleeding the best he can, but I was bleeding a lot. Like there was a small puddle of blood underneath me, and that was like just that was leaking through the paper towels. The nurse come down and wraps me up so tight I lost circulation in my hand, and calls my mom, and she said I had to go to the hospital. So she takes me to the hospital where, like, they were saying a lot of words that were worrying me. Like, the doctor's like, if there's tendon damage, we're going to have to send him to Olean. Which, you guys don't know where that is, because, you don't live where I am. I forgot I'm not talking to one of my friends right now, I'm talking to YouTube. So Olean's a distance away from here, and we didn't really want to have to go that far with my hand the way it is. And, like, I just didn't like the way the words tendon and damage sounded together. So he called Olean while the nurses were, like, doing some weird stuff to my hand, and they just, like, the doctor was, like, kind of young, and he really didn't seem like he wanted to do it in case he messed something up. But they just told him that he should do it. So, like, he gave me 3 or 4, I think 4 shots to numb up my hand, and those shots hurt like worse than the actual stitches if you've never had stitches, and that part hurts worse. Like the stitches didn't really hurt too bad, but it makes your hand feel completely weird, like there's something covering up my hand, and I couldn't look during it. I was like looking off to the side. But like when we were done, because my mom was in there, but she wasn't really looking either. But by the time she was done, she said that, like, he was, like, looking around inside my hand and had stuff pulled out of my hand so he could see if there was tendon damage, and it was just, like, completely gross. And, took 45 minutes about to get it all done. And when, he said, okay, we're done, I look over there, and I bled completely through 2 towels. And there was still blood that leaked off the towels onto the floor. Like, I lost so much blood. I almost fell asleep during it, until then, like, he would hit me with a needle at a part that hurt, and my video just... Okay, well, sorry about that last little part, but, my video player thing crashed while I was in the middle of recording, so I'm gonna try my best to, edit these 2 recordings. I have to put it in 2 separate recordings together, and, so, like, if the last video where I'm saying thanks for watching and stuff, if the last part of the video cuts out, then I apologize for that, but you guys understand. So, what part was I saying? Let me figure out what part I was saying. Okay, so I was saying, like, that I bled a lot. But now I'm all bandaged up, and I have to change this bandage every day. And, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have the stitches out soon, and then there should be more videos. But, this gameplay is coming to an end. And it just froze up again. Yeah, I'm sorry, my, media player thing keeps crashing and closing out and stuff. But, this video is pretty much over, so I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, favorite, subscribe, you guys know the drill. But, I'll see you guys later.